When something is not deadly, what does that mean?
That your soul doesn't.
Okay, that's the name of it, but what if something is not deadly? It's not going to kill you. If something is not deadly, it won't kill you. If something is deadly, it's going to kill you. Does it mean here that once you commit a serious sin, God's going to strike you dead?
No.
Spiritually. It's spiritual death. So there's some things, a sin that is deadly to your soul. That's spiritually killing. And that's called mortal sin. And there's a sin that's a sin, but it's not deadly. It won't kill your soul. Venial. A venial sin. This is where the Catholic Church gets this stuff. We don't make this stuff up. It's in the Bible. So, if one commits a deadly sin after he or she has been baptized, we say you lose that gift, that sanctifying grace. Can you get it back? Yes. That's the big question. Yes. Think about it. If there was no way to get it back, we would be in the same condition as Adam and Eve. They originally had it, they sinned, and they lost it. Then we'd have to wait thousands of years maybe to get it back again. But Christ gave us something to fix the problem. What did He give us to restore that grace that is lost by that deadly sin? Another sacrament, which is reconciliation. That's why we have the sacrament. To restore that grace when it was lost after baptism. And your non-Catholic's going to come and say, I don't believe it. What are you going to tell them? Oh, I like this. Oh, I like this. Oh, she is armed and dangerous. You ask them if they believe in the Bible, and then where are you going to go in the Bible to show them? Where are you going to go in the Bible to show them that the sacrament of reconciliation is instituted by Christ? John chapter 20, verse 22 to 23. Let's look at it again. I'm just re-emphasizing these folks because I don't know about you, but I talk to a lot of non-Catholics. And there's certain questions that come up all the time. And trust me, baptism and this one come up a lot. What does John chapter 20, verse 22 and 23 say?
And when He had said this, He breathed on them and said to them, receive the Holy Spirit, whose sins you forgive are forgiven them, and those sins you retain are retained.
Jesus is talking to the apostles. He tells the apostles, whose sins you forgive, apostles, they will be forgiven. Whose sins you retain, they'll be retained. Does that mean the apostles themselves are capable of forgiving the sin?
No.
Who ultimately forgives sins? Christ. God is the only one who can forgive sins. But He's saying through the apostles, through you apostles, you can forgive sins in my name. I don't know how much clearer it can be in the Bible about this sacrament. He has given the authority to His apostles to forgive sins. If He's given the apostles the authority to forgive sins of another person, what does that imply? Yeah, they have the authority, but it implies something. If the apostles can forgive your sin, if I can forgive your sin, what does that imply?
You're acting as Jesus.
Christ is working through me, but it implies something. Yeah, we're sinners, yeah. How am I going to know His sins? Do I have ESP and just know it?
You have to confess them.
How am I going to know His sins so that I can forgive?
Aversion.
How am I going to know?
I'm going to tell you.
He's going to tell me.
That's confession.
That's confession. It implies that he has to tell me. How can apostle forgive a person's sins if he doesn't know what they are? The person has to tell them. Okay. We talked about this last. I just wanted to reinforce it because it's a biggie. You think we can do another sacrament in a few minutes?
Yep.
Sure. Let's look now at the sacrament of confirmation. Confirmation. You know, in addition to baptism, this is called a sacrament of initiation. If you go to the Easter Vigil, this is one of the 3 sacraments that are administered on Easter Vigil, because the sacrament of initiation. And confirmation is a way for an adult to make an adult commitment to Christ. Because most of us were baptized as babies in the Catholic Church. You know, did you have an opportunity to make a conscious decision as a little baby?
No.
As you're screaming there, yelling as the priest is pouring water over your head? And it's cold? No. So it's in a way. It's where the Holy Spirit received at baptism is matured. So the gifts can be used by you as a mature Christian. And there's gifts. Does anyone know the 7 gifts of the Holy Spirit? Wisdom. Fortitude, okay.
Forgiveness.
No. What's that? Fear of the Lord, okay, good. Understanding. Counsel. Knowledge. And piety. The 7 gifts of the Holy Spirit. These are gifts. Where's my club? Do you realize that every person receives these gifts? Through baptism and confirmation? Every person receives gifts of the Holy Spirit in these sacraments. The sacrament of confirmation strengthens these gifts of the Holy Spirit within you. Why do you think God has a means of providing you with gifts in the sacrament? Okay, He loves us, yeah. And why else would He give you gifts?
To use.
To what?
You.
To use them. What good is a gift if you don't take it and open it and use it? There are a lot of people that receive gifts through the sacraments. And you know what?
They sit on it.
They sit on it. Quoting Julie. I want that to be on tape that goes around the world, Julie, okay? Many people don't utilize the gifts that they are given. And this is a goal of ours. Open that gift and use it. What are you supposed to use it for?
Grace.
Okay, convert other people. That's one.
Receive grace.
Receives grace. Become a better Christian to spread the good news, and on and on and on and on. That's how the church can grow. We need to use those gifts. Why do you think God gives it to us? If we do nothing with it, what benefit is it?